Uncle Chunt.
Hi all, Uncle Chunt here. Look, I was going to do a reaction video, but I thought, nah, I'll do something different this time and just kind of give my overall thoughts after watching it a few times. So I've already copped a bunch of flack online for my opinion on this, as if it's not allowed or Marvel movies are exempt from a negative opinion. But here we go. Now, I just want to get this off the bat. I liked half of this, and there's a part in the trailer where it just falls apart and my heart just drops. My hype just drops, not my heart. I don't care that much. Now, I'm a big fan of the imagery in this trailer. Like, it looks like a very pretty movie, I guess you could say. It reminds me a lot of like Zack Snyder type shots, or just the way it looks and feels. I like Zack Snyder's work, he's amazing. I don't care what anyone says. And this kind of reminds me of some of his work, especially some of the darker stuff in the trailer. So it looks like we start off with Thor. He's like banished to hell or something, or the underworld, and he's all chained up. I mean, that looks pretty cool. And you got all the souls in the columns stuck there screaming, and he's all chained up and shit, and it looks all badass. And you wonder why or how he got there or how long he's been there. I guess that'll be explained in the movie. But, you know, it starts off good like this. Then a few shots later we see Hela, I think that's her name. And she looks pretty fine, I'll say that. So I've never really been a big Kate Blanchett fan, but I mean, I can't not say it. I mean, she looks pretty hot in this. Just saying, playing Hela. And that little shot where she catches Mjolnir, that's kind of one of those oh damn moments. Oh damn! But I didn't actually think, I'm pretty sure the actual hammer itself, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it can't be destroyed. I'm not entirely sure about that. But you'd think if she's got the power to actually destroy Mjolnir, she should be able to wipe the floor with anyone. Because in the comics, that hammer is one of the most powerful things in the Marvel Universe. So if she's able to destroy it, there should be no contest. Even for the Hulk, I'd say. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And that one shot in the trailer, that's a very Zack Snyder shot. It looks just like it's out of a comic book, and that's what he does. That's why I kind of reference Zack Snyder in these kind of shots, because he's just so good at bringing the comic book panel to life. And this looks just like that. So this Kiwi director, he's doing a very good job aesthetically as far as this movie's looking. Very impressed with the visuals. I'm not going to fault that at all. You got this other shot here of Hela laying waste to Asgard by the looks. I mean, this is just insane. I mean, yeah, it looks like Ragnarok is actually happening. Just judging by this trailer, shit's going down and getting destroyed. And we see later, obviously from what we've known, Thor gets banished to Earth again, I think, in order to find Odin, who's now missing. So I guess this will be a precursor to that, or the cause of said banishment. But then further on in the trailer you see, maybe it's not Earth he gets banished to, but some other waste planet. Looks like Junkatron from Transformers. It's just, or Junket, whatever it's called. This just looks like a junk planet that he gets dumped on, basically. I know they're mixing elements of Planet Hulk, or World War Hulk, whatever you want to call it, into this Thor Ragnarok movie. So that's going to be cool. I want to see that. Like, I want to. Don't get me wrong. I want to see that. You know, I've seen every Marvel movie, and I'm not just biased towards DC films. I actually like a fair chunk of Marvel's movies. I'll get into that a bit later. And he gets captured, and looks like this is where they're going to shave his head before he gets into the gladiatorial ring. He's strapped down. In the trailer, you hear some kind of buzzing sound, so he might have some clippers or something. Because Thor doesn't have his long locks in most of this movie, or at least a vast majority of it. So they obviously cut his hair, and looks like this might be the scene. And here we go, Jeff Goldblum finally joining the Marvel Universe, people are saying. Finally, like, I didn't realize there was a call for that. But it's good to see. I like Jeff Goldblum. Like, he's just a real oddball, and he's good at playing those kind of characters. So, you know, he's going to have fun with this. And it looks like he already is. I mean, you can't be dressed like that and not have fun. So that's going to be cool. Hopefully he's got his Jeff Goldblum mannerisms in this film that he's known for. And we got a new character here, played by Tessa Thompson. I'm not too savvy on the Thor mythos or anything like that, or the Thor comics at all, so I don't really know who this is, but she looks badass anyway, so I'd say she's some kind of warrior. I can only expect that maybe she's going to help Thor escape, or she might be one of those misunderstood characters like Gamora, where she's kind of there under duress. I don't know. She could just be a total bitch and is Jeff Goldblum's right-hand girl. Who knows? And it's good to see Idris Elba back. I really like his character in these movies. He's just kind of like that silent guardian. And just the way Idris Elba is, he just seems to nail that kind of stuff. I really like him in movies. So it's cool to see his character come back, and he's kicking ass in this trailer. I'd like to see where his character goes. Hopefully they don't kill him off, because he's actually quite awesome and just damn powerful. And this shot I thought was pretty cool to highlight. I first saw this and I'm like, god damn, really? Like another kind of thing in the sky that they got to stop? Like, who knows what the hell this is? I mean, it looks like some kind of black hole, or I don't know, maybe this is where they escape from Planet Hulk and make their way to Earth, who knows? But it's a pretty sweet looking shot regardless. So I'm not quite sure what's happening here. He's flipping these daggers, walking towards something. There's a little bit of a ruckus going on behind him. So I don't know if he's coming through to try and save Thor or what. He's definitely got his own agenda in this film. Because when we left off in the Dark World, he essentially appears to have gotten rid of Odin and has taken over Asgard. So hopefully they explore that and answer some questions, because it's never really addressed from that point on. And we're getting to the end of the trailer now, where we've got Chris Hemsworth, no more long locks. He's in his proper, what do you call him, unworthy mode, I guess. Doing his best Braveheart impersonation, wondering who the hell he's going to fight in this gladiatorial arena. And we finally get him wearing his trademark type helm that everyone has wanted to see him wear for, well, God knows, like throughout every Marvel movie since the first one. I don't know why they didn't do that. I mean, that's kind of, it's cool. I actually like the one that's in Thor 1 better than this helmet. I just think it looks kind of more regal than this one, but maybe this is just supposed to be a kind of Easter egg, just to kind of satiate fans and not really his legit helm. But it looks pretty badass regardless. So he's packing his pants, waiting to see who the hell he's going to fight. And lo and behold, we've got Incredible Hulk, raging as usual, trying to talk, but all he can do is yell. You can see here he's like, Thor, I'm so happy to see you. I love you. And then you can see this absolute elation on Thor's face, and he's so happy to see his friend. And they're like, oh my god, those two, they're so happy. That's beautiful. That's great. And he's like, yes, I love this man. He's so big and burly. I like that in a man. Thanks for reuniting me with my love. But Hulk has other agendas, and he thinks he's a love-scorned lover. And they decide to fight. And there we go, Thor. That's the teaser trailer. Woo-woo. Cool. So look, I'm going to go over a few things. Look, I said at the start of the trailer I liked half of it, and then there was a point where it seemed to have dropped off for me. And like, I'm going to get a lot of hate and kind of disdain or bullshit from some people online. I already have, as I said. Look, I don't have to like everything that Marvel puts out, and in fact I don't. And there's nothing wrong with me being critical of what they put out. And it's not just in spite of the fact that everybody seems to shit on the DC movies, which I don't understand why. But look, Marvel, they've always done good. I'm not going to fault them on that. But there's a lot of stuff that I wish they have done in their previous films that they just didn't. And that's okay. I mean, I have other expectations from these films, and they're not going to meet them all. Just to get it on record, my favourites are the Captain America films, like anything that Captain America's in. I just think those movies they got more substance to them. They're not just all slapstick and jokey. And Iron Man 1, of course, that's where it all kind of shot off from, and it's still a good movie today. Of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's always a good fun watch, and that's good for what that is. And I'm just going to touch on that now with where this starts falling apart for me. This feels too much like Guardians of the Galaxy. It just feels like, well, what do we do with Thor? Well, let's throw Hulk in there because we need to use him, or we probably should, because we can't give him his own solo movie because of rights and bullshit. So let's put him in there, And, well, look, Guardians of the Galaxy seems to be really popular. So let's put that kind of spin on things and give it some 80s graphics and some rock and roll soundtrack and make it some kind of fun slapstick adventure romp. All the way up until the point where Thor gets into the ring and you expect something epic's going to happen, and you see Hulk come out and you're like, oh, awesome. But then you see the look on Thor's face and he's like really happy to see him, and I understand why. I mean, he's obviously lost on another planet, never expected to see a friend, considers the Hulk and Bruce Banner a friend, and he's happy to see him. I get that. But then the joke that follows, I know him from work. Like, it just, I don't know, to me it just kind of goes, oh yeah, okay, Marvel's doing its thing again with the jokes. It didn't work in Thor the Dark World. It kind of only just worked in some areas on the first Thor movie, and they're doing it again in this. Now, when we saw those other little TV spot looking things, all those comedy skits where Thor's hanging out with his mate in the little apartment, and those were funny, but as their own little thing, not really tied to the movie. And I was thinking, yeah, that's cool for its own little thing, but hopefully this isn't a representation of what we're going to get in the film. But now I'm like, well, it looks like it's just going to be another kind of jokey Marvel film. Yeah, like, it's just not me. It's never really been appealing to me. Sometimes it's good depending on the film. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, it nails it. It suits it. Ant-Man, it suits that kind of film. Of course, wherever Tony Stark's involved, that's just how he is, that character. But I always wanted the Thor movies to be this epic kind of space opera thing, where it's just really epic and cosmic, and you know, it's kind of a bit more serious than the other kind of films should be, or not really should be, but can be. But then, you know, Thor, each movie's kind of let me down, where it's just the same thing, the same kind of slapstick comedy, jokey stuff all the time. And this is another example where it's like, shit, it was kind of getting there, it's kind of getting there for me. I could look past the music, I could look past the 80s graphics, but then it's like, I know him from work. Ha 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 ha. And then they fight, like, yeah, cool. I don't know. Probably going to shit on me for that, but look, I can't help it. That's just how I took it. I'm not going out of my way to be negative about this. I really wanted to like this, because all up until this point, the concept and what it was sounding like it was going to be sounded like it was going to be, yeah, this is the Thor movie we've all wanted, and it could still be. This is just a little 2-minute teaser trailer, so who knows? Hopefully they keep the comedy to a minimum, but I'm doubting it. Those are just my thoughts on this trailer. I thought I'd do something like this different instead of doing a reaction thing, just to kind of give you more of a thought out response instead of like, oh wow, cool, oh that's great, yeah, cool, kind of thing. So let me know what you think about this trailer. Marvel bots, just, you know, behave, get over yourselves, please. I'm so sick of it. I can't help it if I don't like it. Marvel films are films, and they're up for criticism just like every other movie. So don't get too butthurt. So I'm still going to go see it in the cinemas. They're going to get my money regardless. But as for now, my hype has just dropped a bit. So we'll see what happens in the next trailer. Again, let me know what you think of this trailer. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Interested to see. Put it down in the comments below. If you're new here, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloos.